when you're not there, and you know what I mean. There's uh, when I worked with my dad in the grocery stores, everybody ate all the food in the grocery stores every night. You know what I mean? Like it's you don't the people
That
you
must
don't
be
look
horrifying.
right. Yeah, you don't look at employees and people the same way anymore because all of a sudden when you're an employee, you're like, oh man, forget this dude who owns this company, forget him, he's fine. But when you're the owner, you're like, hey man, like that's fine. Like,
And then just ignore you.
yeah, no, then they'll be like, oh, I didn't mean to. Hey man, it's cool, bro, and they want to be your friend, but they just want to be your friend and steal from you. And you get really used to that. You
To
actually
use you.
you learn how to use that in your life that people want to use you. You get used to that. And what you do is you actually start to judge their character on how they try to use you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing wrong with them attempting to use you. That's business. You know what I'm saying? But you know how far are they willing to go to use you though? You know what I mean? Like is where where do you draw your lines at in that regard? Like of
Yeah.
course, you know what I mean. If you're investing in something, they're going to try to use you. What are they supposed to do? Not try to use you? You know what I'm saying? Like that's not how it works, buddy. You know. But
Everyone's been used once. You have to
oh
deal
yeah,
with it.
yeah. You got to learn how what's like for instance. Okay, let's say someone's using you to make money, right? But they're turning around and they're making you money and they're actually working hard for you and all that stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? And they're
Yeah.
honorable to you. You know what I'm saying? That's a good use. That's not bad use. You know what I'm saying? But now let's say they're just using you and then they're really not giving you nothing and you know what I mean and kind of making it sound like they're giving you something and all this like just running gassing you up and all that stuff. You know what I mean? You got at that point you go okay, this person this is the level they're on. You know what I'm saying? Let me look at my investment structure with this. What am I going to use them for? You know what I mean? Because you're also using them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Uh huh.
That's just business. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything disrespectful. You're not thinking nothing negative about the guy. That's just how money flows. So that's just life. That's called business partnership. You're
Yeah.
s- you're supposed to
Yeah.
use each other.
Yes.
You know, but then are you just ganking from the guy completely? You know what I'm saying? Or are you actually bringing value to him too? You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. But you get used to all that. You know what I mean? You don't. It doesn't. You're not as offended anymore. All that stuff. You know what I mean? Some people ain't like that. Some people are rich and they'll still use you for everything. You know what I mean? See, Gio said, I'll use you with this jutsu. But yeah, that's how that stuff works. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
you get older, and you've already ran around a lot, and you've already done a lot of things, and business becomes your hobby almost. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like don't get me wrong. At my age, you know what I'm saying. People aren't looking at me because I'm the fastest dude or the best break dancer anymore or something like that. They're looking about what can I get from this guy. You know what I mean? And that's that. You know what I mean? That's how it's supposed to be. You know, that's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. See.
Can I get knowledge from this guy? Can I get what can I get? You know what I mean? That's what old people are for. You know what I mean? Is they're supposed to right? They're a beacon for understanding. You know what I mean? They're there to help you use your strength wisely. Boom. I told you, man. I be getting money heel green, man. I'm telling you. People when I'm healing, people it's like almost like they got money falling off of them, or it's like they're strippers or something.